Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. Good to see you all. Hello, everybody in chat. Hello. It's good to see everybody. So we've got some fun today. We've got a fun stream planned. But before we get into that, I want to thank the subscriber, and I am not going to mention their name because you know how people get around here. They're going to end up getting their entire family tree doxxed if I mention their username. My subscriber sent me a lovely, thoughtful gift. A Barbie Stanley Cup. Now, just to let everybody know, I let the subscriber know, this person let me know that they had mailed it quite some time ago. Negs went to the post office to pick it up, and they found the slip in the P.O. box, but they couldn't find the package. So I finally went myself. I guess that they had a week or so to look for it, and they found it. And it also came with a beautiful card, which I don't have here at the moment. But I want to thank you for it. This is the kind of thing that I never would have purchased for myself. But now that I own it, it is so useful. I have filled it up with ice. Crochetter was asking me if I was going to buy... oh, thank you. No, thank you. Crochetter asked me if I was going to get one of those trays so that I can go to McDonald's and put my French fries and my ketchup and my hamburger and all that. No, I'm not even going to buy one of those phone toasters or a ring holder or any of that stuff. Because I'm telling you, when this thing is full, it is a lethal weapon. It's very, very heavy. That might come in handy, actually. So... I've got a long road trip coming up soon. And it's going to... Thank you, Karsten. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to put you guys on pause for a second because I've got to go get my coffee. I forgot it in the kitchen. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm an idiot. Forgot my coffee. Went to fetch it. Now I have it. All right. So I know you guys have heard a lot of rumors. You're very curious about the truth. The truth. Okay. My response, well, I have an initial response for everybody who listened to that and believed it and spread it around. Oh, was that too short? Let me pause a little longer so you guys can get a really good screenshot. That's my response. Anyone who at this point would listen to anything that Sam has to say, remember how Sean was going to get fired from the post office? Remember the multiple times that Sam and Yaba claimed that Negs and I were going to get arrested? And now that idiot AK is running with that. Everybody's going to get arrested and sued, starting with Kiwi Farms. I'm going to get arrested. I'm going to get sued because I'm in cahoots with Strawberry Douche, a person, or Aaliyah Alexander, a person who is not Strawberry Douche, with whom I have never communicated. I've never communicated privately with Strawberry Douche, but somehow, Amy, even though you have to rely on the internet and your family to pay your legal expenses, you're going to come up with the 6 figures that is going to be required to drag people to court in a civil suit. But yeah, sure, go ahead. Why, yes. Why, yes, I do. I do, and as a matter of fact, Olive, I remember how they said they filed a police report. Where is that police report? Where is that police report? Yaba and Sam. And, you know, Yaba was on AK's stream recently, and she's like, oh, we don't care about those calls. You know, but she wants to talk to me about the CPS visit that they allegedly had, for which they have not shown a shred of proof, by the way. And when was the last time that Sam and Yaba were too shy to show a CPS report on screen and humiliate their children? They've shown, you know, Yaba's birth certificate, or the kids' birth certificates. So they have shown no evidence that CPS was ever at their home. And Yaba, what do you want to talk to me for? The last time I counted, you had accused upwards of a dozen people of being responsible for that alleged CPS visit. So what particular wisdom do you think I have to impart? Just admit that you don't know if in fact that ever took place. Just admit that you have no fucking idea of who made the call. I mean, I know that in the past it's been very easy for you to accuse certain people of making the call, and people believed everything you said because they're idiots. And because you were attacking somebody who you didn't like and your community didn't like. So it was very easy for you to make those accusations. Well, guess what? It's not that easy anymore. Not only because you all have shown exactly who you are, but also because you've accused too many people. You accused me, you accused Negs, you accused Belinda, you accused Gigi, you accused Peanut, you accused Chantal. You've accused so many people of making that call. Make up your fucking mind, Yaba. Make up your mind. So, my response, besides that, and yeah, I need a manicure, is anybody who believes that from the support bodega, I'm convinced that after hearing Sam lie so many times about so many things, so many people, so many events, sometimes tell different versions of a story in the same sentence, the only reason that I can think of that anybody would still believe her at this point is that the piss-soaked cat ladies in the community are losing their minds because of the sheer amount of ammonia in the air of their homes from all the cat pee that has soaked into the carpets, the fabrics, the curtains, the side chairs, the sofas, everything. Why do you believe a word that woman says? Why? What inside sources did she have besides the voices in her head? So, my response is no, of course it's not fucking true. Because I'm telling you, I would be very worried, because if it is true that Negs left me for another woman, then I would be very concerned, because there is a man who looks, sounds, speaks, talks, walks, exactly like him, living in the house. So if Negs has a doppelganger, if he has an identical twin, we've got a hell of a Hollywood movie script to sell. No, it's not true. It's not true at all. Exactly. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, and why let's say for the sake of argument that it was true, why would he leave his own home and allow me to stay? And then, of course, that conversation that totally took place, where, I was saying, allegedly saying, oh, but I have nowhere to go. What am I going to do? Really? Because that's something that would obviously happen in real life, wouldn't it? That I would have nowhere to go, and that I would be sad and crying, and that Negs would leave his own fucking home. Just going with this, where are the dogs then? What happened to the dogs? Because it seems like there is a location for everybody in the family except for the dogs. Where did they go? Did we put them in the shelter? Did we euthanize them? Did we release them to run like packs of wolves in the wild? Where did the dogs go? Amazing. No, unlike certain people, we don't leave the dogs outside unsupervised in hot weather. We don't leave the dogs outside unsupervised at all, as a matter of fact. And, in other great stories about fantastic pet ownership, we wouldn't lock a puppy with a bad tummy in a crate all day and leave it in there so long that it messes the crate. You know that dogs don't mess in their crates? Their crates are like little caves. And dogs, by instinct, do not mess where they sleep. They don't do that. So imagine how many hours that puppy must have been left in the crate. I think it was Harlow, not the dog that they abandoned outside in hot weather. No. Do you know that when Sidhu or Bug would get sick, when they would eat something they shouldn't have, that I would call in sick to work, and I would watch either one or both of them like a hawk, and if I had to take them out 50 times, then I would do that, because those dogs were like my children? I would never lock a puppy up in a crate for hours at a time, full stop. I'm not MFW. I don't treat animals badly. But especially a puppy, and especially a puppy with a bad stomach. Unbelievable. So no, that story about Negs and I breaking up, that is not true. But you know what is true? I'll tell you what is true. What is true is that that meth head child abuser that you pushed out 3 kids with, Yaba, that guy, do you know that the only 2 people who have ever said the victim's name publicly on stream, Yaba, are you and Sam? Or maybe not Sam, but she put it in the obituary so that the victim would always be remembered alongside her abuser. You were the one, Yaba, who said that little girl's name on stream. Nobody else did. Olive did not post an unredacted version of that CPS, that DCS report on the Kiwi Farms. Olive didn't do that. And I never showed the report at all on my channel, on Rumble, but not a single content creator has ever shown an unredacted version of that report. More lies. More lies. I'm sorry, Sherry. I know it's going to take a while, if ever. I mean, losing a dog is one of the worst forms of pain imaginable. So I get it, and I'm very sorry. It's a horrible thing, and it's the kind of thing where when the day comes that I have to make that decision, I may just run away. I can't even. No. That's the truth. They don't want to talk about that truth. They want to change the subject and talk about other things. They want to make up lies to get donos. And, I was sitting there thinking, I've been thinking a lot about the kind of people who would donate to Sam and Yaba at this stage. knowing what we know, knowing about the lies that they told, knowing about the associations that they have, knowing about how low down and dirty they are, how they stalk people, how they harass people. But on my way to the farmer's market down the road, I was listening to Kino Casino, and they were doing a show. It was fantastically funny. It was about Ethan Ralph trying to sweep up for Sticks and Hammer 666. You probably don't know who that is. He's a guy, he's a relic from the skeptic community days. A real weirdo who used to go on stream. He's a Satanist or a pagan or I don't know what, a libertarian. And he was always one of these guys. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for the 10 members. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. And I hope that everybody enjoys their memberships. I appreciate you, Sherry, so very much. Thank you. And congrats to all the new members. Enjoy. Anyway, Styx was a weirdo who passed as, some sort of an intellectual in that ridiculous group of people. Well, Styx was recently arrested for domestic violence and spent a number of days in a very, very unpleasant jail in New Orleans. Now he's been sprung. Stop me when this starts to sound familiar. He's been sprung and he's threatening to sue Kiwi Farms. He's threatening to sue Kino Casino. He's threatening to sue everybody, for openly stating factual information involving his legal issues. So, anyway, he went on Ethan Ralph's show, I guess, or Ethan Ralph has been doing rehabilitation work. And during the course of this stream, Ethan Ralph pointed out that Negs got gifted. That's great. Negs is usually the gifter. Now he's the giftee. Well, my love, I hope you enjoy your membership. Ethan Ralph apparently has a very loyal supporter who is a furry and allegedly a PDF file. And Ethan Ralph openly stated on the stream, I don't care if he kids. I don't care about that. I don't care if he murders somebody. He's a loyal guy. He gives me money, so I don't give a. Hi, Mike. How are you? It is so good to see you. You're going to enjoy the stream today, I promise. And people were donating to him. And Andy and Ashton were like, who the fuck donates to this guy? Well, the same sorts of people who donate to Sam and Yaba. That's who. So. Because believe me, I have had the dark nights of the soul where I've sat around thinking, how is it that they get so much money from their community? When their community knows who they are and how much they lie and how they go IRL and how they drag people to court under false pretenses and they lie under oath and they do all this stuff and they try to put people out of business and they try to break up people's families and they do this, that, and the other thing. And then I thought, well, it's the same sorts of people who donate to Ethan Ralph, I guess. You get scumbag creators on the platform and people will donate because they're scum. That's why. And like I said, I think that the ammonia has penetrated the brain. So anyway, oh, hi, Recliner. So now, and I loved your email, by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very, very much. And I think that your ideas are fantastic, and I appreciate you. So the lie is that Negs and I split up. The lie is that Negs moved out of this house. The lie is that he allowed me to stay because reasons. Those are all lies. The lie is that he's involved in a relationship with another woman and the family has been dispersed into the four winds. Those are all lies. But what is true, again, Sam mentioned the victim's name in an obituary that she admits to writing. Yaba mentioned the victim's name on live stream more than once. They are the only two people on the platform who have openly stated the victim's name in writing and on live stream. The only 2 people. And that is not a lie. That is the truth. There are many more true things that I could state, but, I don't want to bring everybody's mood down. All right. And again, thank you all for being here because this is going to be fun. I know it's fun already. So apparently last night, and then some idiot Twitter account called Malarkey Meter tweeted out this ridiculous rumor as if it were fact. Like, oh, did you hear? And I saw it in my Twitter feed and I thought, what the, And so, and there were people saying, oh my God, is it true? Did they break up? Yeah, we broke up after we got arrested, okay? And then we broke up after we heard the terrible news that Sean lost his job at the post office and he's being hauled off in shackles. And so is ATX, right? And so I went on there and I said, anybody who would believe this, I don't remember what my exact words were, but it's like, anyone who believes this is retarded. And yes, I said that word. And then I proceeded to roast the whole thread and call them all retarded. And then I blocked Malarkey Meter, who got very salty. And then Malarkey Meter blocked me, but not before I saw that person belly aching. I can't believe she blocked me. Of course I fucking blocked you. Why would I want to go on Twitter and read lies about myself? And read nonsense? Anybody who would believe that with no verification is a fucking moron. So, yeah, breakup number 56, exactly. How many times have we broken up now? I've lost count. Probably as many times as we've been hauled off to jail, right? So, okay. God, now I just want to go back and I want to watch the rest of that Kino Casino episode. Before we get started with the home tour, I want to send out a special thanks to the Willie Mack Show and to Nicholas DiOrio. Now, you know I have a very dim view of the commentary bros. I don't like them. I think that they are backstabby and untrustworthy, and they will basically stick a knife in anybody's back to make money. It's okay, all right? Because in this instance, I do want to say thank you. Recently, Twitch hosted TwitchCon, and there was a panel with Hassan Piker and a bunch of other anti-Semites, and they just let their freak flags fly. And there are clips from that panel that are circulating. And Willie Mack and Nicholas DiOrio went on Twitter, and I think very bravely and courageously said, what the fuck is this? Since when is Twitch sponsoring these unbelievably anti-Semitic panels? Since when? And the reason that it matters is because Twitch has very, very tight TOS. All right. And the thing about Twitch is that if you can write to Twitch and prove that a creator is involved in, any kind of extremist, racist, whatever activity off of the platform, they could lose their channel. Now, that doesn't happen very often, and it does have to be very extreme. But how can Twitch have these TOS regulating speech to that extent and then sponsor a panel where all this garbage is being spewed? And, Destiny jumped in because Destiny has been banned from Twitch along with a number of other content creators. And Destiny was like, what the... You kicked me off for what? And you're actually sponsoring this event? So thank you to Nicholas DiOrio and thank you to the Willie Mack Show. I really appreciate it. I like it when people are willing to say the fucking truth, even if it goes against the grain of your entire moronic generation. I really appreciate it. I do. Okay. So good on you, boys. Much appreciated. All right, now let's get into the house tours. Now, as you know, I love to snoop in people's houses. Don't we all? And Architectural Digest has done a series of videos where we can take a look inside the houses of celebrities. And there are things that AD does. I mean, of course, they stage the houses before they let the cameras roll. But one of the weird peculiarities of Architectural Digest is that for some reason they always use limes as decor in the kitchen. I didn't notice that until Design Daddy pointed it out. And he was talking about the tour that Dakota Johnson did of her home. Now, Dakota Johnson has picked green as her color scheme for her home, and it's an adorable house. And I'm not saying that in a condescending way. I'm saying it's not a mansion, and it's really lovely, and she loves the color green. So they put a giant bowl of limes in her kitchen. And at one point, she's such a troll. At one point, she goes over and she like waves at the limes and says, "Oh, and I love limes. You know, I love these limes." And then only after the episode aired did she go and do an interview on another channel where she admitted that she's actually allergic to limes. So it was very funny. But so AD does the most, okay, in terms of presenting these houses in their best light and so on. But a lot of people, even though we love poking our noses around people's houses, a lot of people have gotten sick and tired of the artifice of Architectural Digest, and not just the limes. It's just the general display on AD, and how phony it is, and just how contrived these videos are. But again, we want to go and look in people's closets, right? I'm not ashamed to admit it. So the other day, one of my subscribers, Heidi, I believe it was, went into my comments section and said, "Have you seen the tour of Yolanda Hadid's Texas home?" Now, I didn't even know she had moved to Texas. So we're going to start. We're going to start with this one. And by the way, speaking of Yolanda Hadid, the other day, the last stream that I did, I mentioned the names of her kids, and I said that her kids were named Gigi, Bella, and Mohammed. Mohammed is the ex-husband. The boy's name is Anwar. So that was one of my slips. And for some reason, I kept on referring to Bryan Singer as Brett Ratner. It was a bad day, okay? Anyway, so we are going to take a look inside Yolanda Hadid's modern Texas ranch. Now, before we get started, the house is magnificent. It is gorgeous, absolutely stunning, a showpiece. Yolanda, though, I don't think I need to say anymore. Anyone who's ever watched the Housewives of Beverly Hills during the Yolanda years, you know. You know. All right, so let's take a look at this mess and let's see how this Dutch model by way of Beverly Hills is adapting to life in Texas. I swear to God, when I first saw this video, I thought it was a parody. I thought it was something out of SNL. So let's, oh, wait. Oh, he is? He is? Hey, Russ, did I not warn you that you cannot upload my content without commentary? Did I not warn you? I told you, do not steal my shit. Do not steal my content. You know how I feel about thieves. Anybody who comes for my money, anyone who tries to pick my pocket, anyone who tries to steal my shit, and anybody who tries to steal my content by uploading directly with no transformative anything is going to get the horns, all right? Yes, I did. I did tell him multiple times. I did. I wonder if he learned his lesson. Something tells me that he didn't. But okay, let's continue. And you know, just so that I don't keep everybody in suspense, he uploaded an entire Rumble stream of mine, and I was not aware of that. Until I was watching Anna sniping him, and he played this video where he had uploaded literally my entire Rumble stream, no commentary, nothing transformative. And I said, oh, is that how it is, huh? And I reported him and I got the video taken down. So I just want to let you know, Russ, that if you ever do that again, or I am going to be going through your channel and taking a close look at all your videos, and for every video that I see where you have uploaded content from Rumble or YouTube with no transformation of any kind, I'm going to copyright strike you. And I'm going to privacy strike you for what you showed on your stream the other day. So get ready for that. I don't like thieves. I do not like thieves. I don't like people who steal from me. I know. I'm sure that some people feel that's very unreasonable. I don't. It's my content. It's my money. You cost me money on Rumble. So, yeah. No more. Let's continue. Okay, come on, Yolanda. Come through.
Hi, AD. This
my
is
God.
Yolanda Hadid, and welcome to my home in Texas.
It's already iconic.
Come in.
It's iconic. Love it. Uh-huh.
My overall vision for this house was industrial, modern, relaxed, enjoying.
Okay, now I have a weakness for industrial style. I love industrial anything. I love it. I could have done without those cliched skulls on the wall. Okay. It's absurd. Again, I'm telling you, the house is stunning. It is stunning. Look at those vaulted ceilings. Look at that woodwork. It is magnificent, but she is a lolcow. So let's continue. But really, I mean, if you move to like the big western states, to big sky country or to Texas, is it really obligatory to have those skulls on the wall? I mean, I'm not approaching this from like an animal rights thing. It's just such a cliche. It's so silly, you know. Let's continue.
Live, put your boots up on the table and not worry about anything, and just enjoy this beautiful Texas. I designed this house myself.
No, you didn't.
My partner took me to Fort Worth on our first date.
Okay, Yolanda. Yolanda, what are you doing? The hat, the pigtails, the aviators. The woman is wearing chaps. Freshly unpacked chaps, probably from Hermes. Does Hermes make chaps? They probably do. They do everything in leather. Yolanda, stop it, okay? You're not going to a rodeo. Cut it out, all right? This is like Beverly Hills Lady goes to a costume party. This is absurd. Less Yolanda, more house. Let's go.
6.5 years ago, and I fell in love with it. It's the mecca of cutting horses and cowboys, and I just love the culture. The people are extraordinary, and we've built such a beautiful community, and I just feel home here. I love this space because it has the big fireplace. What I do here is my work on my iPad, or I read a nice book, have a nice coffee.
And of course, on the couch. Of course, because it's just a modest Texas ranch home, you know, where you can put your boots up and take your hat off and, you know, go out and rope some steers or sing songs by the campfire or whatever. She has an Hermes throw on the couch. Because of course she does. You'll spot it when there's another pan of the couch.
My friends, it's a nice little cozy entertainment area. I love every knickknack on these shelves that I designed. I really designed it with all the items in mind that I've collected over the years. These pieces I've had for a long time, and I'm very into crystals.
Of course you are.
I have a huge collection of old books that I've collected for the last 30 years from Europe, from Holland and France and Sweden, and here finally they have a home.
That shelving unit is magnificent. It's amazing. But again, it's all very contrived, isn't it? Much like her. But the shelving unit is incredible. That living room is a dream come true with that vaulted ceiling. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's continue.
I wanted something really industrial and I couldn't find it. So I designed this table myself.
Did
and had
you?
it made by a steel artist in Fort Worth. I think it came out pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of it. We have friends over. I love to cook on Sundays. And
Do
we
you?
have dinner parties. We play games. We play cards. This is like kind of the heart of the house. The kitchen.
Do you remember on Beverly Hills Housewives? I wonder if she brought that lemon tree from her home when she was married to David Foster. You remember that whole display of going out and picking the lemons for him? Like, hello, my love. Hello, my love. You know, her little catchphrase. It's a beautiful open concept house. And I know that the designers, you know, on DesignTube, those pissy queens who go on, and I love them, love me some pissy queens, I'm just saying, they all hate open concept and they're all blaming Gen X for it. Okay, we'll take credit. I don't know how. But okay, I love open concept. Open concept is actually my favorite. Maybe because I'm Gen X, I don't know. But I think it's great. And this kitchen is magnificent.
Kitchen design, I really wanted something big. I wanted an island where everybody can sit around, the whole family. So I love it when everybody sits around and you're cooking and talking. And I think that's a very bonding experience for us as a family. I did everything open this time. I started the inspiration actually of finishing was this mushroom board.
Look, you guys, we have limes. And we have lemons. And whatever those things are next to the lemons. I'm sorry, I'm not that up on fruits. I don't know what those are. But we have lemons and limes. I'm telling you, once you see the limes in these videos, you can't unsee them. You notice them in every single video. Let's go.
This is recycled from old mushroom crates
Okay.
where they grow mushrooms in, and every 7 years they have to redo.
My God, the woman even has pickled lemons. And pickled limes! Look! She's putting up things. Incredible.
The crates. So these are old planks. My partner Joey is 39 years sober. So first I wanted to do a tequila bar, but that wouldn't be appropriate in our home. So instead I did a honey bar, which I'd like to collect different honeys from wherever we travel.
Look at the honey. I'm sorry. This is where you lose me, Yolanda. This is ridiculous. Why would anybody want to get up on a ladder to get some honey? I put up a honey bar. Stop it, okay? Stop it. One of the downsides. Hey, Seal, good to see you again. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome back, and thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. One of the downsides of living in a residence with such high ceilings is that, yeah, everything is going to have to be super high. And you are going to have to get a nice little ladder in the kitchen or the library or wherever to be able to reach stuff. The honey bar it's a lot, Yolanda. It's a lot. Let's continue.
We like to make organic coffee and we use
Of
all
course
our
you do.
honeys. A lot of the honeys we made, you know, all the HH are the ones that we make at home in Pennsylvania. We have our own bees. We make our own honey. We make our own maple syrup bees we made at home.
Do you?
So, as everybody knows,
Oh, there it is.
my fridge is probably the most famous fridge in America.
Who was asking about the fridge? Somebody in chat was asking earlier about the fridge. There it is. The fridge made it. So now I'm wondering about the lemon tree. Oh, that's right, Cecily. Yes, there it is. So for those of you who were pining for the fridge, there we have it.
America from 12 years ago when I was on the Housewife show.
Yes,
so I
dear.
didn't want to repeat the same story. I want to do something else. And I found these, which was really hard to find something that was matte black because I think black is really good, but it can't be shiny black because then it's very Las Vegas. So
Is it?
I wanted it to be very industrial looking.
Okay, this is amazing. Look at this.
This is my beautiful new pantry.
Of course it is. Of course that is your pantry. Of course that's your pantry. Why wouldn't it be? Look at this. Can you imagine if this woman started doing those TikToks where she did restocking in this pantry? Wow. Can you imagine? It is psycho-organized, Cecily. It is. That is a lot of food, Yolanda. And we know you don't eat anything. But, okay, maybe it's for guests. Let's continue.
I love it.
Of course you
because
do.
I like to see everything I have. I'm a little bit isolated. It's not like living in a big city, so you kind of have to have everything at home. I wanted it to be industrial yet colorful.
Okay.
Obviously, this is inspired from my granddaughter Kai when she comes because she loves candy. So I said, Oma, we'll make you one little section for you. I mean, all the kids, when they come, they love different things. So I have a little bit for everybody.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I have gotten into the kick of putting stuff in labeled jars and all this just to be a little bit more organized, right? This, however, takes it to a whole other level. And why do I get the feeling that she's not the one doing it? I wonder how many people work in this house. Because it's a giant house. You know she's not cleaning that house. The kitchen looks like it's never been cooked in once, not ever. And this pantry is insane. And, I'm not going to give it away. Let me just let her play.
So I didn't know that when you come to Texas, you have to have a tornado room. I've never been in a tornado, so come inside, come and see. So this pantry, this is made from cinder blocks, so this is also a storm room. I'd have some blankets up there, so if we get in the storm, I'm going to make myself a little bed and eat all my candy.
Okay, and somebody in the comments section of this video said, why would you put so many glass jars in a tornado room? I get it. It's reinforced. I understand. But this reminds me of something, by the way. This is one of my goat trails. So when Hurricane Milton was moving into Florida, I became, really interested in like extreme weather news stories. And then I thought, you know what? Now would be a really good time to read Laura Ingalls Wilder's The Long Winter. I'm actually going back and reading all the Little House books from the beginning. And I thought, okay, let's settle in and read about The Long Winter and so on. And then I read, and I finished it like in a day. And then I started reading articles about it. And I ran into one that said something that I had not even considered because I read those books when I was a little kid. And it's the kind of thing that escapes your notice when you're young. But for those of you who have read The Long Winter, you'll remember that the town almost starved to death, especially the people who were settling the territory. And they couldn't get the trains dug out of the snow. There are pictures of the blizzard that you can find on the internet, and it was astonishing. It was an astonishing amount of snow. And so Pa would have to go to town, and Almanzo and his brother Royal, Almanzo, who ended up marrying Laura, owned a feed store in town. And Pa would go and he would sit and he would talk to the Wilder boys. And during one of the visits, he discovered that there was a false wall in the store and they were hiding and storing grain between two walls. So that was a thing. But the reason I bring this up is because when she said, oh, we're very isolated out here, the person writing the article said, I guess it never occurred to Pa that every time that he went to the Wilder's feed store, that they would feed him pancakes and bacon, and they would give him these incredible, extravagant meals while the women were starving back at the house. The wife and the 4 girls were literally dying of hunger during that blizzard. And Pa was sitting there putting his feet up, eating this amazing, meal with the Wilder boys. And I thought, God, what a dick. That's true. Not that Pa was a bad provider. It's just, I remembered that when she said, oh, we're isolated. You have to prepare for bad weather. I mean, you do, but I mean, there's preparation and then there's, this.
And I think I'm going to do just fine. This is my little slice of heaven. I designed this half moon fireplace because I wanted to sit around.
Look at those chaps. Look at those chaps. Never worn. Never. Girl, you are so extra in those chaps. Now, I have been in Texas once. When I was flying to Los Angeles. This was years ago. And I had to transfer through the Houston airport. And at the time, I was a chain smoker. And so I had like 2 or 3 hours to kill. So I thought, fuck it, I'll go outside, I'll have a cigarette. I turned the door, I opened the door and went outside, and it was like walking into a blast furnace. I have never in my life felt heat like that. I didn't feel it until I went to Israel, to the Negev. And that's where you feel that kind of blast furnace heat as well. Imagine having, first of all, an outdoor area. I mean, I guess that there are times in Texas where you can be outdoors. I don't know. I wouldn't go outdoors ever if I lived there. But to have those furry seat, I wouldn't use fur. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't use anything warm or furry on any piece of furniture outside. Not ever, but go on.
Here and just look at the view. The view in the summer is amazing. There's cattle that comes down and they walk into the river and drink water.
It's
and
beautiful. It's beautiful.
I love having just a casual dinner here. We sit, we use it as a table and just look at this magnificent view. I built a house in Mexico for my children 20 years ago.
Those
But I
chaps,
had
though.
done these beautiful carpets in stone. So I wanted to recreate this here. As you
Okay.
see, it's a stone carpet with little flowers, and that's the stuff I love to do. I just sat here with my knees on a pillow and just laid these little rocks. And that's the creative part of building a house that I really love. Is I'm hands-on.
Are
I've
you?
been on the job site every day building this house.
No, you're not building the fucking house, Yolanda. You went to the job site and you ordered a bunch of contractors around. That is not building a house. Come on. Stop it. Okay, nobody believes this story. The house is stunning. And I'm sure that you had your input into the design and the building of the house, but you didn't build the fucking house. Cut it out. All right, you're not Amish. This is not a barn raising. Just stop.
I was working with my incredible crew from Texas, and it was a beautiful experience. This is the mudroom. This is where the cowboys arrive. You sit here, you take your boots off, you hang your hat. You know, this is where all the gear is. I ride every day. In the summer, we get up at 4:30, have
Okay.
a cup of coffee, go riding. I wanted this mudroom to look very stockyard feeling, like.
No, it doesn't look like a stockyard, Yolanda. It is very, very chic. The cabinetry is amazing. I will say this, there is a lot of great storage in that house. She loves her shelving, doesn't she? She loves shelving. But this is the problem. All this is so inauthentic. It is so staged. It's not lived in. It's not warm. It's very beautiful. It's beautiful. It looks great in a magazine. Just no. Just no.
Industrial, but yet warm. I love all the old antique trunks that I found, antique shopping, old bridles, old saddles. It's a cowboy's dream. That bench is a very old church bench. I actually bought 8 of them at a clearance sale once, and I have a bunch of them here and a bunch of them at the farm in Pennsylvania.
And I love the benches. I think the bench is stunning. I love it. But again, that rug that she has, what is that? Is that cowhide? Another cliche. And all these hats and like sitting under those perfect little lights. It looks like a museum. You know, it looks, it's very themey. That's the other thing that that the designers on YouTube can't stand. They don't like theme rooms and they don't like theme houses. And this is very, very themey. Indeed.
Collection is Joey and mine. Some of them are actually vintage, like those are very vintage. Cowboys need different cowboy hats, like
Yeah.
some are summer hats, winter hats, different colors. This is what cowboys do.
Uh-huh.
So this is the bunk bedroom. It was inspired by my granddaughter Kai. I just wanted to make her something really cute where she can bring friends, and I'm hoping for 2 more grandkids that can sleep on there. And
The bunk bedroom is incredible. I can tell you, I would sleep in that bunk bedroom. That is amazing. Amazing. The design of it is fantastic. I love it. I love it. Beautiful. But again, with the Navajo blankets.
and my oldest one coming there. I just wanted, a cute place where they could all be together. Mama Gigi can sleep in the bed.
Okay.
Kai can sleep there.
Love
Bella
it.
and Anwar could be upstairs.
Beautiful.
With my new grandbabies. Anyway, I just wanted it to be a happy space and have a Western feeling, but be very cozy and a great memory for her. A place where we can create memories.
Beautiful.
I found this old little saddle at a flea market. These are Kai's first cowboy boots
Very
ever,
cute.
when she was a little baby.
Very cute.
And these were, I think, her second ones. So, and she really wore them, I mean, what a great memory to have.
Very cute.
From the whole house, I think a lot of people think that this is the favorite room. I mean, these
I
little
love it.
boots, look how cute. I mean, how adorable is this?
Oh my God, not horseshoes.
This
Stop
is the
it.
powder room. This is where the guests come and can freshen up after a fun night. I had this beautiful cover wall at my farm in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the cover wall where you can show off all the kids that you pushed into the modeling industry. Because I think that the reason that my sub, I think it was Heidi, if so, thank you, Heidi. I think that the reason that she asked that I watch this was because I had badmouthed Yolanda Hadid in my last stream, and I basically called her a horrible stage mother, which she is. I mean, there's no question that all 3 of her kids are stunning. Bella had a lot of help, but Bella has some of the best plastic surgery I have ever seen in my life. They totally transformed that girl's face and turned her into like a model from the 1950s. Those very beautiful, delicate features. She's stunning. She's a beautiful girl. But I wonder what kind of professions those kids would have chosen if they had been allowed to choose for themselves. I don't know if Anwar has met with the kind of success that his sisters, I mean, his sisters are superstars in the modeling world. And Anwar is gorgeous. He's beautiful. But yeah, okay, the cover, okay, all right, proud stage mom.
Pennsylvania, and I just wanted to bring something homey for my children and bring it here and have one wall that is kind of part of our home. And I'm very proud, obviously I'm super proud of my 3 children. I just thought this was a cool little display of Gigi, Bella, and Anwar.
Okay.
This is the primary room. I wanted something super cozy. I wanted to see the water from my bed. This is my side of the bed, so when I'm in bed, I can literally see everything that's happening on the
Okay, sorry.
brazos. I can see the little boats go by. Yeah, I just wanted it
Okay, so when I was house hunting in 2019, I went to see a condo in Old Town, Virginia, and I walked through the door with the real estate agent, and it took my breath away. It was a dream come true. It was an industrial, like, it had been a warehouse, okay, at one point. And it was very industrial with the exposed pipes and all of that. And I mean, I was blown away. It was perfect. It was exactly where I wanted to live. But it had some drawbacks. One of them was the price. It was ridiculously overpriced, out of my budget, and I wasn't going to make an exception for that place. Number 2, It had a floating staircase, and that is a big no-no. It would have had to be replaced. I don't like floating staircases. They're very dangerous. And I have a very bad habit of walking around the house without my glasses on, and I knew that I was going to take a tumble down those stairs. And the other thing was that it had floor-to-ceiling windows, and the ceilings were super, super, super high, like in this house. And I thought, how do people keep the windows clean in a place like this? Now, obviously, we know Yolanda's not out there with the Windex. But I'm just saying, in general, it's too bright, it's too sunny, and I can't imagine. I mean, I imagine that if you had like some sort of cleaning OCD, living in a house with this many windows that were that high would probably drive you around the bend. But anyway, just an observation.
Cozy. I found these beautiful baskets in Africa. So I kind of built these shelves to fit those, and then that was kind of my color theme. On the walls, I used, again, the mushroom board. The beams in the ceiling are all old.
Oh, the beams are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the stone fireplace. I'm glad that they didn't paint it. Or do something horrendous to it, desecrate it in some way. But one of the things that I've noticed about her is that she's got like all this shelving and everything is arranged just so. But I mean, it's almost like I'm getting like a real estate agent tour of a home. There's nothing lived in about this home. And I get it. I mean, AD is not going to allow a camera crew to come in and film somebody's dirty clothes or, you know, a hamper or an unmade bed or whatever. But there's just something very cold about this house. There's something that's not homey. It is magnificent. The details are incredible. It is meticulously put together. But there's just something like, oh, I have my crystals here and I have my old books here and I've got the... I'm not buying what you're selling, Yolanda. The house is gorgeous, but I don't know.
Reclaimed beams from Canada. The accent walls just brings some sort of a warmth and a nostalgia with the feeling in the room because it's not new, it's been used already, and it just brings some charm to it.
I love the fireplace.
This is my bathroom.
Okay.
I wanted to do a his and her side with sinks because I like to have all my own drawers and stuff. And then we share a his and her shower. We enter from both ways, but at least it's fun to shower together. This is the first time I designed my own bathtub. It came out beautiful. It's just a little skinny, but it's super comfortable.
It looks horrible.
I'm very proud of it. I love the platform with the light at night.
That bathtub looks so unbelievably uncomfortable. It's exactly like the Kardashian bathtub in the house, the Kanye West house. What is it? It's just a slab of marble or something. It looks very, very, very uncomfortable. No, thank you. No, thank you. I need some curves in a good bathtub.
It's very moving. Everything is on dinners. I love candlelight. It's just a beautiful ambiance and feeling in here. This is my dream closet.
Is it?
I've been dreaming of this my whole life, and I finally put it together. I gave my design to a company called Molteni, which is a company from Italy. They just do extraordinary work. I just love the simplicity and the modern lines of their work. I love all the glass and the wood. I wanted something that went all the way from the floor to the ceiling, just so I have also spaces to decorate. This is my partner Joey's side. You know, he's not as organized as me. Mine is always perfect because I like organization. That keeps me good in my brain.
I swear to God, it would drive me fucking crazy to live with somebody who was this meticulous about organization. It would drive me nuts. You know, I mean, there's being a slob, and then there's this, and this is... It looks like a boutique, which is fine if you're in a boutique. But in my home, come on, just... Can we throw something on the floor, for God's sake? Just a little bit of disorder. Just a little bit. A little bit to give us the sense that human beings are living there.
He is not as organized, so sometimes I just have to go whip through here because all of a sudden he'll have blue with purple and purple with green. And, not good for my neurotic brain. But I think he's learning to really appreciate it and love it.
Oh,
He's
man.
won some belt buckles here. That's why we're here, is to compete in the cutting world. I love to sit
Okay.
here with Joey. We have conversations
In the
here.
closet.
It's a space. It's not just a closet where you have clothes. It's a space where we communicate and hang out, and it has a lot of character, I think.
Now, which one of you told me that Jeffree Star sold all of his Hermes bags in order to be able to buy more land out in Wyoming? Somebody told me that. Was it you, Crochetter? Or did I tell you? I don't remember who told me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Remember Jeffree Star's closet? I know, right? I know, imagine. I know, the trauma. Everybody grab a buddy. Remember that ridiculous closet that he had in Calabasas? I mean, it was an eyeful, right? And he had an amazing handbag collection. Really, I mean, top-notch collection of beautiful bags. But when it came time to move to Wyoming, he got rid of all of it. All of it. Where was he going to carry around an Hermes Himalayan Birkin? In Wyoming. He's got his truck, he's got his pink AR-15, he still wears his Gucci and Louis Vuitton tracksuits, and he's got his Camel Disco. But apart from that, he's like, fuck this, And you know what's interesting? I have never seen, I don't think anybody has ever seen some really good panoramic, detailed shots of the inside of his home. He's never done one of these house tours on AD. And I'm proud of him. I think that's great. Fuck it. Who cares? Why would you want to let a bunch of strangers into your house? He doesn't need it anymore.
Well, thank you for coming, guys, but I got to get back on my horse. I'll see you later. Bye.
Yolanda, you are a piece of fucking work. I swear to God. I mean, okay, the house is incredible. It is a dream house. But let's just say that it needs a little bit of warmth, a little bit of love. It needs some humanity to it. All the elements of it are perfect. Perfect, except for that tub, which is awful. But gorgeous. Now, before we get started with this next one, when I started the stream, I let everybody know that one of the things that people criticize about these AD house tours is how incredibly controlled and curated and staged they are. And how, at a certain point, a lot of these celebrity houses start to look the same. Okay, unless there's something that really stands out, whether it's the ultra super minimalist look of the Kanye West, Kim Kardashian house, or the ultra super maximalist look of Trixie Mattel's house. And by the way, Trixie, gee, thanks a lot for having your production company bot my stream and take it down. Okay, it came back up. The stream's still available. I mean, I know that you need to buy more of that gorgeous wallpaper and more ceramic animals, but really, does it have to be at my expense? And somebody had commented that they did some Trixie Mattel material on their channel, and the Trixie Mattel's production people are really ruthless when it comes to sniffing out anybody using Trixie Mattel's video content on their channels. It's like Gordon Ramsay, the same thing. So the live stream is back up, but it's demonetized. Whatever. Okay. So you've got these extreme decoration styles, and people kind of roll with it, And obviously their opinions of the house, the viewer's opinion of the house will depend on whether or not they like the person living in the house and how annoying that person is when they're doing a house tour. But you see negative comments. You know, you will see people say, oh my God, not the limes again, or oh Jesus Christ, not another like faux farmhouse look, or not another, you know, like freaking Franciscan monastery. You know what I mean? Like people will gripe a bit. This video that I'm about to show you is the only Architectural Digest video I have seen up until now where every single one of the comments were positive. And it's not because they love the decor of the house. It's because it is one of the few houses that has ever been featured that really shows the personality of the individual living in this house. And the individual appears to be very sort of pulled together and elegant and Sloaney, as Londoners would say. But in reality, she appears to be as mad as a box of frogs, as the Brits would say. It's not Helena Bonham Carter, although this is exactly the kind of house I can imagine her living in, or Tim Burton. It's Cara Delevingne. And she is the last person on earth that if somebody had said, who is going to have a house that everybody watching the video is going to love, even though the house is super duper extra, I wouldn't have picked her in a million years. Now, I do want to, it is not only maximalist, Cecily, it is super duper, over the top, Alice in Wonderland maximalist. I do want to let you guys know that the house burned down earlier this year. She was out of the country, and there was a problem in the house. Her parents say that they think it was an electrical problem, but the house was completely destroyed. So while we watch the video, I don't want you to think that I am laughing at her, that I am poking fun at her loss. It's a terrible loss. And you'll understand why when I show you how this house was decorated and how much attention and love and care was put into each room. I doubt that this is a house that any of us would want to live in. But I have never once on any Architectural Digest tour seen a house that more perfectly reflects the personality of the person living in the house. And I think that's why people were so excited about the tour, because it is so unique. And you can tell, I mean, Yolanda was bullshitting, oh, I helped build the house. No, you didn't. Okay. You can tell in this case that she really had a lot of input into the decor of the house. And it is like, it reminds me of the O Street Mansion in D.C. And if you guys want to get a nice look at Michigas, look up the O Street Mansion in Washington. And it reminds me of that. But, you know, enough of my babbling. Let's take a look at the dearly departed house of Cara Delevingne. And I promise that you have never, ever seen anything quite like it. Let's go.
Hi guys, we've met before, right? Hi AD, I'm Cara Delevingne and welcome to my house. Leo, come on. Okay, yeah, see you later. Be back by 10, okay? This house is one of my favorite places to be. It's kind of like an adult playhouse, I like to call it. So we start off here. This is one of my favorite art pieces in the house. It's James Turrell. I'm a big, big fan of it. I just tend to kind of stand in front of it and stare at it, but don't stay too long because you might start to hallucinate. And as we go into this other room, this is kind of the main sitting room. If you look at the ceiling, I really love the lattice work. It reminds
The lattice work is incredible, and you all know that I despise wallpaper, but I'm telling you, in this room, everything goes together. Everything makes sense in this room. I cannot say the same for the other rooms in the house, but everything does make sense here. The lattice work on the ceiling is absolutely to die for.
me of being outside, and the Gucci wallpaper.
Oh,
is
Gucci
also one of my
wallpaper,
favorites, and
okay.
you'll see a continuation of that around the house. This is one of my favorite pieces in the room. It reminds me of being in England. I don't know why, with like horse straps, I suppose. We have a beautiful fireplace in here for the winter. A rotisserie chicken thing, which I've never used, but it was part of the old house, but it will hopefully one day be used when
Oh my God, God bless you for being one of the only people who who does these house tours and openly admits, oh, I've got an appliance in my kitchen. It's untouched. I've never used it. Thank you. No, you are not cooking for 200 people personally by yourself in that kitchen. We all know that none of these people cook for themselves. We all know this. So cut the bullshit, but thank you so much for making that admission.
I'm able to get my family here for Christmas. That will be amazing. So this is the kitchen. I love that color blue. I think it's one of my favorite
I love
colors.
the kitchen.
We have a massive pantry. So after the kitchen, we're gonna go into the like main dining room.
Okay.
This house before, it was built in around
I love that chandelier. I absolutely love it. And again, we go from the blue kitchen into the yellow, gold, and orange dining room. I love the use of plants. The centerpiece, it's just, the house was built in the 1930s, you can tell. Even the trim, and I'm usually not a fan of accent walls and trim and everything, but somehow all of this makes sense.
the 30s, but before the guys who owned it, it was very black and white. And I wanted to lighten everything up, brighten everything up.
I hate the
And I
wallpaper,
took
sorry.
one of the old art pieces from my first AD thing with my sister, and I put it in this house, the Chemical X. Alfie! That's me trying to be calm. Alfie! Come here, baby. It's okay. It's okay. This
Oh, hi,
house is very
puppy.
hard floors, so when you step on the floor too much, it hurts your feet. That sounds so spoiled, and I know it is, but I got
And isn't it cool to see somebody in a multi-million-dollar house and they actually own animals and the animals act like animals? The dogs act like dogs. What a cute puppy. Oh my God, you are so precious. And yes, the animals survived the fire, so everything is fine with the fur babies.
got a little mini razor scooter so I could scoot from my bedroom to the kitchen. Yeah. So now we're back into the drawing room. I call this the games room. This wicked, well, it's a see-through piano, which I like to play piano on naked because I've been alone in this house for a long time, so generally I would be naked, but obviously AD said no to that, so I don't know why. As we come
Oh my,
over
okay.
here, again, Hugh Hefner is a big inspiration for this house. You know, this is kind of feels like my Playboy mansion. I was very lucky to work
Puppy.
with my architect, Niccolo Bini, who I worked with on the last house. He made all of my mad, crazy ideas, which...
And on the matter of the vintage arcade game, I developed a real problem with content creators who have these vintage arcade games, whether it's Tommy C or Boogie or whomever. I don't think that they play them, and they hoard them, you know, and they're very distracting. You can see them in the background, and there are so many of them, so many of them. But if you're going to have one and it's going to be kitschy, I'm on board. I love it. Let's continue.
You know, some things I thought he would say we can't do that, or that's kind of crazy, but he made all of them come to life. I'd say if I was Alice in Wonderland, he'd be the Mad Hatter.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even notice that the first time I watched the video. This is an Alice in Wonderland house. We're only getting started. Okay, this is just the beginning. Let's continue.
So this was probably the newest thing that he helped me create. I think I called him up one day and asked for this, and he genuinely made this happen. So this is my vagina tunnel.
Yes. Yes. Take it in. Take it in. A vagina tunnel. She went to her architect and said she wanted a vagina tunnel. Now, when I reached this point in the video, I thought, okay, now either I tap out or I keep going because now it's about to get crazy and I don't know if I'm prepared for her level of insanity. I'm telling you, I know that she's bisexual or a lesbian or whatever, but I never in a million years thought that she would be this eccentric in terms of her decor. So let's continue.
Shall I go through? I'm gonna go through. Oh God. And then you're inside. You wanna come in, Alfie? Come on, baby. I come in here to think, I come in here to create, I feel inspired in the vagina tunnel. So I'm gonna show you where this lovely labia leads. See you there. Oh God, Leah, watch out.
Look at that.
God. Okay. Shh. Oh.
Hi, puppies.
See, rebirthed and cleansed. Again, Niccolo made that idea come to life, which I never thought possible. I think that was kind of a test to see how far he would go, and he went there. This is another bed that we bought from the old house. The double bed bunk bed, which, you know, is great for if you have friends over, which again, I haven't been able to have. But
And you can sneak into the guest room through the vagina tunnel. Exactly, Anna. Right, Karsten? It's a Luke. I mean, I never, ever in a million fucking years thought that it would be her with a house like this. Like I said, I thought it would be Helena Bonham Carter. But she is an old school, eccentric British lady in a gorgeous young package. What a surprise. And I love me a good surprise. And the bunk bed, that bamboo bunk bed, would you stop? That is amazing. Let's continue.
This is where we lead on to the other Gucci wallpaper, so I like the kind of continuation of this house, because again, it's kind of crazy. And there's Vio again.
Hi, puppy.
This is my favorite bathroom in the house. This is the David Bowie shrine. So everything in here is David Bowie. I also...
The David Bowie powder room. It's like part Liberace, part I don't even know what. I was telling Karsten that the vagina tunnel thing, it's like Harry Potter when he lived in that cubby under the stairs in the book. But except that it's fabulous. And I don't know if you noticed it, but the labia was pierced. One of the sides of the labia was pierced. That architect must be, again, as mad as a box of frogs. And I am loving it. And I also want to thank the British for coining the expression mad as a box of frogs. Let's continue. A David Bowie powder room. I am fucking dead. Let's go.
I also like to collect Japanese puzzle boxes.
Of course you do.
Wait a minute. Hi! Look at who it is. It's me and my sister and Lindy. They're cute. Yeah, I collect Japanese puzzle boxes. So if anyone ever wants an idea for a present for me, that's what I should receive. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Also, my Chanel surfboard. If I were to...
A Chanel surfboard. I did not even know that Chanel made surfboards. But apparently they do. And it was in her home. And it matches the Gucci wallpaper. I am so dead.
Go surfing, I would only surf with Chanel. Sure. Ow, that's a door. Oh, this is my bedroom.
I love it.
Every time I walk in here, I feel calm again. Again, kind of with the theme of Alice in Wonderland, I have these...
I love it. It is. It's very 70s, that mirror on the wall. Even the wallpaper, madam, I am going to judge you not guilty of tackiness for having that wallpaper. Look at all of these kitschy mirrored items. The bed, the nightstand, the giant mirror. It's so, with the chrome, it is so amazingly 1970s. And then this looks like a lucite. I can't. Amazing.
It's like beautiful urns inside.
Gorgeous.
I also have this wonderful piano by my bed, which makes me feel really happy because I wake up and I just play. This bed.
I love it.
This is from my old house. It's again huge. And the furniture from the old house as well. We also have these lovely bouquet of vagina flowers. It's vagina appreciation.
Vagina flowers on the lucite 70s. And that purple is so amazing. That purple is so gorgeous. It is so rich.
Ugh. The theme of this house, it's not Alice in Wonderland. Every room has a different theme. But again, I feel like the theme of this is definitely like a Mad Hatter's Tea Party.
It is.
But there's like jungle theme, there's Beverly Hills Hotel, there's like an old English style in here, but also very obviously typically LA, and plants galore. So it's still jungle, but I definitely think it's a bit more mad. So then we go over here. This is kind of my little like garden sanctuary.
Beautiful.
We have like all the plants and the lemon and orange trees.
Beautiful.
And we have these curtains you can kind of close if you want privacy.
Oh my God. And it's decorated like a gorgeous sort of cabana. Ah.
It's an extremely peaceful area for me. It's like where I go sit in the morning if I need a script to read or something I need to get done. Oh, look at Alfie sitting on the bed like a good boy. These are his stairs.
Hi, sweetie.
Or just my stairs if I need help getting into the bed. But you never know. Might happen. This is my wardrobe. Everything, again, like I said, was very dark. So most of it was black. And
you know what? For a celebrity model, whatever she is, that is actually a normal sized closet. It's not like a giant, it's a huge walk-in closet, but this is Los Angeles we're talking about. This is a multi-million-dollar home. She didn't knock out 3 bedrooms to turn it into a huge closet. It's not the Jaclyn Hill closet or something. It's just a big closet. But it looks like almost normal compared to the other celebrity closets we've seen.
it was quite hard to see any of the clothes, so we just decided to kind of paint it all white. So as we keep going through here, this bathtub is everything. A massive TV, you see this little walkway. It's quite scary probably for the gardener who sees me stark naked. I forget to put down the shade sometimes.
And I love the fixtures. And I love the fact that the bathtub is curved so that a normal human body can get into it and actually use it and lounge in it. Beautiful.
The steam shower, which is brilliant. This toweling chair. A his and her sink or a hers and her sink, you know, depending on...
Oh my God, look at the sink. Guys, what do you see on the sink? Clutter. There's clutter on the sink. I'm sure that Architectural Digest told her, no, now Cara, we need to put away all of these hygiene products. And she probably told them to go fuck themselves. And I love that. This looks like a bathroom sink. I don't know why I'm so excited about that. I think it's just the overall pretentiousness and idiocy of so many of the other house tours. And the fact that we just watched, you know, Yolanda Hadid, where not a thing is out of place. And I love the fact that there is clutter on the sink. It's the little things.
My mood. This is my shoe cupboard, which is basically just trainers and boots and like 1 or 2 pairs of heels, namely these.
Okay.
Or lots of stripper heels, which is great because they're actually very comfortable. But yeah, lots and lots of boots and lots of trainers.
Oh my God, in those heels, she must be like, what, 7 feet tall? I can't even imagine.
Again, describes me perfectly. So as we go back through here, thank you, Leo, for guarding the door. Come here. This pool table is...
Stop it. I don't care about the pool table. Tell me all about this light fixture. I want to hear every detail about this 1970s, 1980s Vegas light fixture. It is... I just love the fact that it is in a home. I love that. I love it. And I love the fact that each and every room is completely and totally different. There is nothing that unites all of the themes in all of the rooms. Each room is like its own separate little house, lived in by a person who was out of their fucking mind, but in the best way possible.
Is such a beautiful color. It's obviously vintage and just stunning. I'm pretty good at pools, so watch out, everybody. This is my favorite cue. It's pink. And then I like to just kind of stand. What? I'm joking. I knew that was there.
Thanks, Vicky.
That was probably really bad, wasn't it? Anyway, this is a secret door. I love things like escape rooms. That was kind of a lot of inspiration for this house, was like experiential. Again, like every room has a kind of different theme.
Oh my God. And I love the fact that there are secret doors in this house. It is so wonderful. It's so Agatha Christie. It's like you could play an amazing game of Clue in real life in this house with all the tunnels and the secret doors and everything else. All right, let's see what's in this room.
This is upstairs.
Stop
This
it.
carpet is one of my favorites because you're just like following the tiger up the stairs. A lot of what this house was based on is like in my job and everything I do, I have to wear a lot of different hats. So I thought anyone who comes upstairs, you have to get a different hat. So,
Amazing.
You know, there's a hat for every occasion. This is someone's personal favorite. Usually people come and claim their hat or people give me a hat, depending on you know, which one shall I go for though? But this one would kind of match my look, right?
I love that.
Oh, chic. This is my favorite wallpaper. Have I said that a million times? This is Jonathan Yeo. He's an artist. He's an incredible artist who's done a few portraits of me. This is also my costume cupboard.
Amazing.
It's not very neat, but it's pretty cool. You know, I just feel like everyone needs to
All those lovely Mardi. Oh God, what a pause.
change a little bit. When they're feeling a certain way, that everyone needs to come up and just like get out of their heads and just have a laugh. This is the kind of like David Lynch inspired.
A David Lynch inspired poker room. Again, I am astonished that Tim Burton doesn't live in this house. I wonder what Tim Burton's house is like. Do you ever wonder if it's like you walk into Tim Burton's house and it's all like Ethan Allen, you know, mass-produced colonial furniture or something? Totally anti-type. I would never in a million years have guessed that this is the way Cara Delevingne lives. You know, the supermodel, the pretty shitty actress, but you know, the well known for her runway work. She is absolutely beautiful. And she is, exactly like somebody said in chat, she is an old school English eccentric, and there aren't enough of them.
Poker room. So welcome. This is where I take people's money and put it into the house. I'm pretty good at poker. My poker game of choice is Texas Hold'em, but I got taught recently by my godmother, Joan Collins, some other poker.
Joan Collins is her godmother. Would you stop? Has Joan Collins been to that house? I want to see Joan. Well, we can't now because the house burned down, but I would have loved to have seen Joan Collins in this house. It just gets better by the second. And isn't her sister's name like Poppy or Prunella or Prudence or Petronella or like one of these amazing like, or Poppy or Pippa? I don't know. It's like one of these old school British aristocratic names, whatever.
Styles, which I'd never heard of, like baseball. I haven't played before until I played with her, but she's very good at poker, so that's kind of funny. I did not know this, but I feel like if you can, everyone needs to have a ball pit in a near vicinity.
Not a ball
pit. It doesn't matter
pit.
what age you are. The meaning I have from this house is you just never grow up. You know, always kind of maintain some sort of childlike innocence or joy or just the need for fun. They're really great for stress. You can't cry in a ball pit. I've tried. If you cry, jump in a ball pit, honestly, you feel like an idiot. Honestly, any stress, like every stress I've ever had is just gone into the balls. The balls hold the stress now. What? I'm gonna put that back.
Not Vans. Stop it. That makes me wonder. I have a pair of Vans that look like that with the checkerboard pattern, and I have no idea where the hell they are. Anyway, I'll think about that later.
Are you kidding me? There's a shoe in here? That's not cute. I'm a big movie freak. This is the projector screen, which comes down from here, the sofa, and you just get cozy and just have a marathon of movies. It's been...
What is this house? What is it? I'm telling you, go on Google, look up the O Street Mansion in DC, and you'll notice how similar it is to this house. And the O Street Mansion does like murder mystery things, and they have meals like high tea and all that, and you can stay there. You can actually check in there. And about 2 years ago or so, I was going to spend the night at the O Street Mansion for Vlogtober, and then I blew it off. I don't remember why. Anyway, it's very, very similar.
Really great. On this screen specifically, watching anything David Attenborough or like Avatar, any like big cinema movies is crazy. Even watching an Apple screensaver on this thing is amazing. I've done that for a few hours and just been like, this is another bar.
Look at
Again,
the
we tried to carry
fucking...
in the theme of jump.
Look at that bar. Stop it, okay? I mean, we saw on Trading Spaces that they did a safari room and it was horrible and tacky. Look at this. That wet bar is next fucking level. Stop it.
And kind of taking the beautiful green throughout the house. There's a lot of golds, a lot of greens. Obviously, I like to drink Delevingne. Me and my sisters co-own this beautiful Prosecco company. This is a wicked little arcade machine which has every single arcade game you could ever want. All the old ones, you've got Tetris, Pac-Man, play 2-player, you could do that for days. And then we have that next to the old, this is an old classic vintage jukebox.
I love
which
it.
I picked out all of these 45s myself. This is my band room. This is where I like to play music, instruments. I play the drums and the piano and guitar, so I can kind of move around and play with people when they come over. This is a guitar I was given by Karl Lagerfeld.
Stop it.
This is my David Bowie signed guitar. This is obviously like crazy fan girl freak out.
I'm with you, sis. I would love to have a David Bowie signed guitar and never touch it. Just, display it, but never touch it. I'd be like Nigel Tufnell in Spinal Tap. No, you can't touch it. Don't even look at it, okay? But that Chanel guitar from Karl Lagerfeld, I fucking can't. A Chanel guitar, stop it.
Can't even deal. I played drums since I was about 8. So like 20
Hi, Vicky
years.
sisters.
Ow. Again, another secret door. This room is another continuation of my old house. This is kind of a little more sexy. I call
Okay.
this the pink room or the Pussy Palace.
There we go, Anna. And no, I'm not singling you out because of weird reasons. It's just that you were so impressed by the vagina tunnel. I thought that you would get a kick out of this room. She has a champagne room in her house. At this point, I don't even know where we are anymore. We're somewhere in her house, but I think that we've lost direction. It's like this insane, eccentric, Meshuggah maze that she has. All right, let's continue.
Everything is, you can touch. Again, it's all very touchy, I suppose. A swing if you want
Not
to
a
play.
swing.
Lots of balls, mirrored ceilings and all. It's the pink Pussy Palace. That's
Okay. Look at it.
what I call it. My
I
mother
love
always
those
said,
pillows.
If you're bored, you're boring. So we have this indoor-outdoor area. This is kind of like a seating area with a parrot. Again, Jenga. Another bar, which is beautiful.
I love it. Beautiful.
I spend a lot of time out here because I could be trampolining. Oh no. No one thought I could do this with Prosecco, but I can. I don't know if these are meant to have C's on them, but I don't know if they're for me. But I'm just gonna say they are. But that'd be pretty cool. This outdoor area was mostly stone, so there was no grass, which someone that loves green and nature, I really wanted as much grass as possible, and especially because I have dogs. So we kind of created these little islands of grass. This is definitely Alice in Wonderland. If you take a look inside, it's insane. It's so beautiful. And this is just such a comfy, nice place to sit when it's sunny and you don't want to be in the sun. I want to figure out how to, I don't know, put a laser show up in here or something.
Beautiful.
This pool
Beautiful.
is, again, one of the reasons why I bought the house.
Oh my God, not the unicorn floaty. Stop it.
When I saw this pool, everything about this house was different to every other house I'd seen. And this is, where I have barbecues. Still haven't had one, but that will happen soon, hopefully this summer. You see the lions. They're my spirit animal, they're my star sign. I've met some lions in real life. They're really just incredible. But there is something to be said, if you get intimidated by a lion, they can smell it. But if you show no fear, it kind of just is a metaphor for how I am in life. Fake it till you make it, or at least just exude the thing that you want to be. I think fear is the biggest obstacle in life, and if we can kind of get over that, you can really do anything. So, I think that's all.
That's
I
it,
can't
huh?
obviously take you in the dungeon downstairs, because that would be showing all my secrets. It's a joke. I don't have a dungeon. That would be weird. That's not the song, is it? Okay. Sorry, guys.
Oh, not Balmain boxing gloves. This is what I love, though. It's like super highbrow stuff. It's kitschy, you know, things like surfboards and whatever, guitars, but they're all designer, amazing.
AD, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for letting me show you around my house. But I have a lot of more fun things to do when you leave, so see you next time. Bye! Get out of here!
Okay, so she got in the little plug for her Prosecco company. Oh, hi, Heidi. I took your suggestion, and I started with Yolanda Hadid. And it was well worth it, because after watching Yolanda, the Cara Delevingne one popped up, and I was mesmerized. I thought that you guys would really, really enjoy that, because, again, it is the only Architectural Digest tour video I have ever seen where every single comment was positive. And again, you saw a repetition of comments like, I couldn't live there, it's too much, it's too busy, it's too overwhelming, it's too... But the fact that you actually had somebody on that doesn't look like every inch of their home was planned and executed by a completely different person, that you can really see the personality of the individual whose house it is. And you can tell that a person actually lives there. And the fact that the animals, the dogs, were wandering around, and she was courteous enough, or she was aware enough to say, well, I've got dogs, so I've got to have grassy areas in my yard. I loved it. And what an absolute heartbreak that the house burned down. It is a real shame. And for those of you asking, her parents say that it was probably an electrical issue. So what a shame that, and forget the value of the items in the house. Forget the fact that you had one-of-a-kind things in the house. Forget that. It's the fact that you can tell that so much love and care and insanity and everything else went into decorating that amazing house. Cara, I did not know you had it in you. I knew that you were magnificent. I knew you were gorgeous. I knew that you knew how to work a runway, but I had absolutely no idea that you were this complicated and that you had this amazing English, eccentric, she's an old school English eccentric, and she's so young, and I love that. I love it. So, oh, the cause was undetermined. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it was, her parents speculated that it was electrical, but who knows? But the house is gone. It's gone. It's a charred mess. But luckily the animals were saved. The animals didn't die in the fire, thank God. So anyway, all right, you guys. I love her too, Amber. I think she's amazing. I would love to be friends with her. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you love to just hang out with her? She's so crazy. In the best possible way. In a way that doesn't hurt other people. You know? Again, mad as a box of frogs. A delight. A wonderful tour guide. Wonderful taste. Again, not that I would want to live in a house like that, but who does? I mean, I'm sure that there are people in chat who are like, oh my God, it would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, okay, but I'm not a super maximalist person, but there were elements of that house that were amazing. And overall, the most wonderful thing about that house is that you could really see the personality of the owner of the house come through. And that was wonderful. It was so unusual. It was so refreshing to see. So, all right. Oh, Orville Peck? Okay, cool. I will check it out. Thank you. All right, you guys, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so, so much. Hello and congrats to all the new members. Thank you, Seal, for joining, and thank you, Sherry, for buying those 10 memberships. And if I can think of something to talk about tomorrow, I will be back. If I can't, I won't. So, but I'll be back eventually. See you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.